Hey everyone, this is Sean Powell. This part right here is very simple. This is going to be for the training, obviously, for Sean Pound's workshop or Sean's workshop. Something I know that is holding a lot of you back, and I know it's a fact, and I want to address it right now, and I want to tell you why also. Okay, people want to do well in a business. They really, really do, but they're not willing to let go. They're not willing to get out in front of people in Facebook. They're not willing to do it here in YouTube as well. Okay, every one of these videos right here, y'all, I want you to see this. Actually, this is way back from a year plus, and this is the first month I made $700 in a business where you made $33 for everybody come in, I was. The whole point was I knew I had to get seen. I had to get seen. I had a huge burn in my stomach, and I wanted to get out to the people. And y'all, if you watch any of these older videos down here in the bottom, I actually made a music video. I don't dance, but I wanted to try something. I actually made a video before I'd even got into business because I was waiting for the business to take place. I wanted it so bad. That's the reason I did it. I did some at work. This is actually, I was at work, sitting there. I had pulled away from the, I think I was driving down the road for this one, going to work. Might have been driving down the road for this one, but the point was, I kept getting out there, and I kept getting out there, and I kept getting out there, and it didn't stop. Here's here's another music video that me and my little boy made. Had a lot of fun with this one. And I'm telling you, this was in like a month and a half's time. I mean, look at this. This is commitment. You know what I'm saying? This was a very short period of time that I've got more videos than this. Okay, some of y'all, let's be very real here. Some of y'all do not want your family to know what you're doing. Friends on Facebook to see what you're doing, because you're scared that somebody's going to say something or think something or whatever they're going to do, right? Okay, there's your issue. That's your problem. There's not a problem having a problem that technically in that scenario. You just got to learn how to overcome that. So how you going to do that? Does it mean making another Facebook account? I would say that would probably fix it. Sometimes the answer, y'all, is so simple. And a lot of times, y'all, you'd find the answer if it was the real world. But when it comes to this, all of a sudden, it's supposed to be so different. I don't know why it should be like that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing variation, no difference in the real world. I think the money's the same. I get paid get paid a lot better now than I was in the workforce world. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's your problem, set another Facebook account up. And you attack that Facebook account. Okay, that's what you want to do. You have that second Facebook account just to stay posting out there, trying different things, learn from everything you do, and you ain't got to worry about other people. You understand? Now, ironically, over the last year and a half or however long it's been, I kind of got to the point where I needed that space because people saw me on the leaderboard. They see me talking about. They get to see all my leads. I had a crazy amount of leads coming in through Facebook. So if Sean posted something on Facebook, they thought that it was worth gold just because I posted it. And y'all, there's never a time that took place. What I'm trying to say is, if I was constantly trying things, and I still try things. Y'all, if you had any idea, I got a little something on my phone called color notes. I have got thousands in here. You would not believe how many ads I've created. Do you know how many worked? I don't know. To be honest, I have no clue, but I can tell you it's less than half. I don't want people to think just because I wrote something and I'm shown, the guy that was on top of the leaderboard or whatever, that means it's going to work. So I needed to be left alone to learn. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a problem with that. I like being thrown in the trenches by myself and figuring it out. It works for me. I'm motivated to do it, and it works. Okay. Now, so if that's your problem and you got to hang up with, your friends and family, if you're a big Facebook with your friends and family, that's great, y'all. You might need to get a Facebook account if you're scared that they're going to watch and see what you're going to do, because, y'all, I'm going to tell you, my timeline on Facebook, if I can find it, let's see if it ain't up here. Okay, my timeline on Facebook is business. This is business. You're going to scroll down for a long time before you see anything basically that's not, traffic monsoon, what I did prior. Here's me doing 30,000 in 12 days, bam. I'm trying to get attention. I want people to, I was putting out a lot of my YouTube videos. I was posting them up here as well. And to me, I think that Facebook is a great way to show that you are not going to be flimsy in your business. People can see that, hey, that's Sean. Sean is obviously staying in traffic monsoon, or Sean is obviously staying in Exitus Elite. Sean loves Power Lead Systems. I don't have to question that, and things of that nature, y'all. To me, in my opinion, it creates, it's like somebody's looking to hire somebody else for a job. You want that person that's going to be connected to that, one place, not going from business to business, jumping all around. And your downline is not going to keep up with you. I don't know why people do it, to be honest. I really don't. They could say as well, it's because, something could wipe out this business and you're stuck with nothing. Well, we got a couple things in the business. I can tell you this. When Traffic Monsoon did what it did, I could still pay my bills with Power Lead Systems. And to me, I think that's the answer. If you look at Frank's money, not all that came from Traffic Monsoon Power Lead Systems people. Those were also, and still are, those are his maps people. Those are people maybe from Four Corners just using that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's always nice to have that skeleton to your business, and that's a good fallback, and that's enough to pay my bills. I cannot complain about that. I think that Power Lead Systems is awesome in that scenario. Let me go back over here. I want to show you why I want to talk about YouTube. I talked about Facebook for a minute. Okay, the reason I want to talk about YouTube is because I know what people are thinking. I can't think of nothing to talk about. Nothing is interesting. I'm too fat. I'm too old. I'm too insecure. I'm too ugly. Whatever you think your hang-up is, the thing is, it's your hang-up. It's not the people on on YouTube. It's not them. They don't really care, to be honest. As soon as you open your mouth, if I was as big as this screen and everything popped up over here, they might look at me for about 2 seconds. And y'all, what I say after that, because I believe in my business and I keep preaching that to everybody, that is what they're going to take out of that. Okay? I'm going to tell you, man, you could be as big as a house. You can have, I've said this so many times, y'all. I know so many of you know that I'm about to say this. It don't matter what color you are. If you talk, if you're up north and you have like an attitude, or barely speak English, whatever, people can sense belief. And to me, belief is a universal language. Okay? If you don't believe me, these my old school stuff right here, right? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I believed it so much. You should see the effort and work I was putting into this. This is during the time I was trying to save the money up to buy my little boy that arcade game. Let me see, and there it is. That's it right here, y'all. Bought that arcade game from these videos. These videos. I worked my tail off to get that. Okay. Now, something you may or may not know, some of y'all probably don't. Most of you don't. Two things. Number one, I did this with my S3 phone. Okay. My S3 phone and a $4 stand that I got from eBay is exactly what I used to do this. Secondly, I'm blind entirely in my right eye. Okay, I've been like that since I was about 16 years old, and for a long time nobody could tell it. And I don't know if it was my fault or whose fault it was. Really, I'm not blaming anybody, but I was in pain for a while in my right eye, and it was eye pressure. And I was going to a local doctor, and he kept playing with me. And for a year, I was in pain off and on. And it had gotten to a point that I couldn't go to work because I was laying down on the ground. I bought my house, the house I live in now. I had paid $1,000 worth of earnest money down on this house, and I had saved $10,000 up. I was gonna pay something down on a house. I had enough to get a house. I felt like with $10,000 where I live at, you could do that. I love my old house. We didn't have electricity in here. Didn't have no furniture in here. It was winter time, right at Christmas, and I had the keys to the place, and I wanted to walk around because it was my house. You know what I'm saying? I already got the earnest money, just waiting on it to go through. And I came in here and laid down in the bedroom, and these rooms were so huge. These are, I mean, it felt like a mall or something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love my old 2-story house, man. And the pain hit me in my eye so bad. I didn't have a cell phone back then or anything like that. I laid on the floor of the bedroom. It has carpet in there. And I laid there for 4 hours. I couldn't get up. And during that time, I got to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There were terrible migraine headaches without they were just vessels in my eye were shutting down. And during that time, it had damaged my eye. And right then, you really couldn't tell it. My pupil wouldn't work anymore. And then my eye started shrinking, to be honest. And it gave me a blow to, my self-confidence. I think I was never an ugly guy or anything like that, but I just felt like, I felt I would always look at any picture and see it. I would always look at it. I didn't want to be in videos. I didn't want to do anything like that. And y'all, I came to the point where I definitely said to myself, I got to get seen, and I want my business, and I'd rather have my business than worry about what anybody thinks about it, right? And it was a tough decision for me. It was a very tough decision. There's my first video right here, y'all. If you noticed, I had a couple of them right here before that while I wasn't in front of the camera. This is with a stand. I didn't know how to do screen share or anything like that. My very first YouTube video is right here, y'all. Okay. Nobody said anything. Nobody even, and if they did, it was gone. And look, I wore glasses. I don't even like glasses, y'all. I don't like wearing them because it makes me feel restricted because I'm partially blind. I can see great. I can do anything. I'm very artistic. I can shoot basketball good. I'm great at shooting pool. I love figuring things out. Love math. Love geometry. Everything worked for me, but I just couldn't see out my right eye. The best part is, y'all, when I started getting out here, you know what it did? It lifted my confidence. I got to where I wanted to be in front of it because it made me feel better. Nobody ever said anything about my eye problem. Not one time. And my business took off. You know what I'm saying? And what I learned is I needed to overcome that. And I think God did that for me. I really do. But I'm trying to tell y'all right now, y'all, if I let that hold me back, that would have changed my life. And I think when I was at that crossroads at that time, I think I knew that. So there is no excuses for you to say, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that because I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I'm too short. I'm too old. Whatever your excuse is, it is your excuse. It has nothing to do with what people are going to see or think about you on YouTube. Now, something else real quick I'm going to talk about. A guy, personally, he's 18 years old, got up here and made his first, I don't know how many videos he's made, but he sent me and I took a look at, he made $6,000 in Exitus Elite, right? He's 18 years old. He's doing YouTube videos. And, I'm proud of him, man. I love to see anything. I would give anything. That's what my little boy's going to be like. He's going to be a beast. I know he is. He's so far into computers. He's a handsome little boy. He's really smart. I know good and well. He takes after me. He talks way too much. He's just like I am. But, I know that he's going to really do something with something like this. And I'm going to be there to show him. But, y'all, when you open your mouth and you just tell people what you think and you be sincere to them, that's all it needs. People are not going to see about whatever you think your issue is. It looks like I'm crying. To be sure I'm not. I'm about to spit on something or cry or something. But look at this, y'all. Look. All this done with an S3 phone. S3 phone. There's no excuses. Okay? Y'all, I just wanted to share that with you. Do not have a hang-up. If you've got some kind of hang-up, whatever that is, get over it. If it's on Facebook, if it's something else, think outside the box. Come up with a solution. Do whatever you got to do. Here's a little tip for the YouTube also for the people who want to do that. $4 stand, y'all, works well. Frank Calabro, if you notice any of his new videos right now, they're done with a phone. Just to let you know, he's not using any other device at the moment. He's using a phone and a stand, and it works, y'all. It simply works. So if you're thinking that you don't have what it takes, y'all, I made almost $40,000 this month. I got a $165 laptop I bought from the pawn shop. I've gotten a $250 S3 phone I've had for years. And I got a set of earplugs that for webinars and stuff like that I'm in, and I gotta keep it in the bag to keep the cat from chewing it. So I got it in a little Ziploc bag, and that's all I need. And you know what else? It all feeds off of belief. That's it. That's all it needs. Okay. Anyhow, y'all, I just wanted to share this with you. Do not let that keep you from getting out there and getting seen. And some of y'all, I know this is going to be what you needed to hear. I know that, right? I want you to get out there. I want you to get seen and be yourself and put these videos out, because y'all, I'm gonna tell you, that very first one down here, it changed my life, y'all. It did. And thank God that I was man enough to come up to it and finally do it. Okay, it made a huge difference. All right, that's all I want to say, y'all. On this video, I appreciate it.